반갑습니다. Welcome back to Let's Speak Korean. I bet you greet your friends with 안녕하세요 instead of hello these days. If that is the case, I'd like to congratulate you on doing a very fine job. As always, Scott and Christine are here with us. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요, Scott입니다.
안녕하세요, Christine입니다.
What about you two? How do you greet your friends, Scott?
Actually, these days I have quite a few Korean friends, so I find myself saying 안녕하세요 more than hello.
Excellent. And Christine?
Well, I teach English to Korean students, so most of my hellos are in English.
Oh, well. Well, another good way to learn a foreign language is through contacts with native speakers, so try to go out and make as many Korean friends as you possibly can. Now, why don't we get started by going over what we learned last time? Christine's going to help us out here. Christine?
Okay, I'll try my best. 신촌에 경기 장도 많습니까?
Excellent. And Scott, how do we answer that?
아니요, 경기장은 없습니다.
I can see you two have done your homework. 신촌에 경기장도 많습니까? 아니요, 경기장은 없습니다. Now, we talked about particle 도 and how to answer questions involving 도. So you use particles 은 and 는. Okay, now let's move on. Take a look at the next scene, and we'll be right back to talk about it.
Hi, everyone. Why am I yawning in the office? Well, I took a look in the mirror the other day and realized I was getting a little plump, so I decided to start exercising every morning. But wow, by lunchtime, I'm ready to fall asleep. Maybe I'll just rest my eyes for a little bit.
스캇? 아침에 무엇을 합니까? 아침에 무엇을 합니까?
운동을 합니다.
운동을 합니다.
낮에 무엇을 합니까?
낮에 무엇을 합니까? 영어 회화를 공부합니다. 영어 회화를 공부합니다.
Well, maybe I was sleeping a little too deeply there. Looks like I missed lunch, too. Yeah, better go wash my face a little, maybe, wake up and get back to work.
No wonder Scott's been feeling energized lately. He's been getting up early and exercising in the morning. What kind of exercise do you do, by the way, Scott?
Well, when I can drag myself out of bed, I like to go to the gym and do a little weightlifting.
Working those muscles, huh?
I try.
Have you ever tried Korea's national sport, Taekwondo?
Yeah, I did it for a little while, and it's really fun.
I hear Taekwondo is really well known for its self-defense skills. Is that true?
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
And I hear Bill Clinton is supposed to have learned it too.
Yeah, I also heard that.
Well, Christine, have you ever seen any Taekwondo demonstrations?
Not yet, but I heard that it will be played officially at the Sydney 2000 Olympic game. So I'll be keeping an eye out for that.
I'm looking forward to that too. Okay, why don't we get started? As always, we heard that Let's Speak Korean sound. Shall we ask Christine if she remembers? Christine?
Sure. It's 아침에 무엇을 합니까?
And then?
And the answer is 운동 일 합니다.
Very good.
Okay.
운동을 합니다, right? Now, there were some other expressions as well, Scott.
Yeah, asking someone, 낮에는 무엇을 합니까? And then the answer would be, 영어 회화를 공부합니다.
Been paying attention. Good.
Been trying.
Then, Christine, what were the new words in those expressions?
They were 아침 and 낮.
Exactly. 아침에 and 낮에 are what we're starting the lesson with today. Scott, do you by any chance know what these words mean?
Well, I'm guessing they have something to do with a time of day.
They sure do. You do
All
know
right.
a lot of Korean words, Scott.
Well, I get lucky a lot.
Yes, to talk about different times of the day, we have words like 아침, 점심, 저녁, 낮, and 밤. 아침 means morning, 점심, around noon, 저녁, evening. And they can also mean breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We also have the word 낮 for daytime and the opposite 밤 for nighttime. Now we use particle 에 after these nouns to refer to time. For example, 아침에 in the morning, 저녁에 in the evening, 밤에 at night. Now we learned another usage of 에 before, and it was when we were talking about locations. For example, in 명동에 in 명동, 종로에 in 종로. Okay then, we've got some native speakers coming up, so listen to their pronunciation and we'll be right back.
아침. 아침에 무엇을 합니까? 아침에 운동을 합니다. 낮. 낮에 무엇을 합니까? 낮에 책을 봅니다. 밤. 밤에 무엇을 합니까? 밤에 잠을 잡니다.
I hope that was helpful. Now we're going to talk about how to answer questions like 무엇을 합니까? All you need to say is something something을 합니다. Here the word 을 is a particle. This is what we call a direct object particle. It gets attached to a noun, which is the direct object of the sentence. Now there is another direct object particle. This one is 를. 을 is used when the noun that it attaches to ends in a consonant, and 를 is used when the noun it attaches to ends in a vowel. Now let's practice together. I have a book here. Christine, what is the verb to read in Korean?
읽습니다.
That's right. But you can also use 봅니다, which comes from the verb 보다, to see. Okay, now combine 책 and 봅니다 in a sentence.
Okay, check would be the direct object. So I would say 책을 봅니다.
Good. Repeat after me this time. 책을 봅니다.
책을 봅니다.
Very good. Then Scott, what is the Korean word noun for sleep?
It would be 잠.
잠, very good. And the verb to sleep?
You see dictionary form, 자다, and then narrative, 잠니다.
Okay, now combine the noun and the verb.
Okay, 잠을 잡니다.
Good. Repeat this time. 잠을 잡니다.
잠을 잡니다.
Right. In both examples that we just talked about, 책 and 잠, the two direct objects, ended in consonants. So we used 을 instead of 를. Now, keeping in mind these two object particles, 을 and 를, let's take a look at focus in for some more practice.
아침에 무엇을 합니까?
운동을 합니다.
낮에 무엇을 합니까?
공부를 합니다.
저녁에 무엇을 합니까?
TV를 봅니다.
밤에 무엇을 합니까?
잠을 잡니다.
Hope you had a good look, because now we're moving a step further. This time we're going to combine the particle, the time particle, 에, with object particles, 을 and 를. And the sentence we're going to make is sometime 에, something 을 합니다. Okay? Let's take a look at this picture, shall we? You see a person exercising in the morning, so you would say 아침에 운동을 합니다. Okay? Let's take a look at the next picture. Christine, you want to try this one? She's reading a book during the day, let's say.
Sure. 낮에 책을 봅니다.
Good. Repeat after me this time. 낮에 책을 봅니다.
낮에 책을 봅니다.
Okay. This time, Scott, look at the next picture and answer my question in Korean, okay?
Okay.
이분이 무엇을 합니까?
밤에 잠을 잡니다.
Excellent. Repeat this time.
Okay.
밤에 잠을 잡니다.
밤에 잠을 잡니다.
Good. Our sentences are getting longer and longer every day. See how much you can say in Korean now? Now, that brings us to another alphabet lesson. Vivian is waiting for us. Why don't we go see what she has planned for us today?
I'm here. Hello, I'm Vivian again. I'm at Itaewon as last time. Well, I'm gonna visit with some more foreigners and try reading some more word cards. Well, you try reading after me too, okay? Now, can you read this word? Well, it's 있다. 있다 means there is or there are something. Okay, well, let's visit with some foreigners now.
있다.
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 This is 전화.
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 화. 전화.
전화.
읽다.
It's 읽다.
읽다.
읽다. 읽다. 읽다 means
Read?
right, to read. Right. And one more. How about this word here?
다섯.
And do you know what it means?
5.
5.
다섯.
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 맞아요. 맞아요.
Very good. And 맞아요.
맞아요.
떡국.
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 Very good. Do you know what 떡국 is?
No.
It's a kind of soup, rice cake soup that you eat. Yes, that's right. And you eat it on New Year's Day in Korea. Okay, one more time. 떡국.
떡국.
Very good. Well, thanks for helping us out,
you're
okay?
welcome. Thank
Have
you.
fun.
Okay,
Bye-bye. Well, how about that? Are you feeling more confident about Hangul now? Well, next time we're going to go out and take a look at some road signs and street signs. So don't forget to join us again. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Vivian, for another fun lesson. By the way, Christine, do you know when Hangul or Korean alphabet was invented?
Actually, no, I don't know the exact date.
What about you, Scott?
Well, I know it was invented by King Sejong, the guy on the 10,000 won bill. But
Excellent,
when?
excellent.
I don't know.
Well, Hangul was invented in 1446 during the rule of the fourth king of the Joseon dynasty, King Sejong the Great. So it has a history of over 500 years. Scott, is there anything else you know about Hangul?
Well, I know that it's based on sounds rather than Chinese, which is based kind of on pictures.
Right.
Pictures with the special meanings. It's supposed to be really scientific.
Right.
So it does make it a little bit easier to learn.
Keep surprising us with your knowledge there, Scott. Do you know how to write it?
Well, I can write it, but whether or not anyone can read it, I don't know.
Maybe we should check out his writing skills one of these days. What do you think, Christine?
I think we should.
I'm sure you'll soon be able to write and read Korean, right?
I hope so.
Well, it's almost time to say goodbye, but before we go, there's something that we always do, and that is review. Now, Christine, answer my question in Korean. 아침에 무엇을 합니까?
밥을 먹습니다.
Good, you eat, right? Scott, 저녁에 무엇을 합니까?
I meet my friend. 친구를 만납니다.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well, now let's say goodbye. Don't forget what we learned today and keep practicing at home. Do join us next time. 안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.